Well, welcome to another video. It's Wednesday and it was hot today. I'm doing this in the evening while Jean's at Bible study, and I think my gauge this afternoon hit 98 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Big fire going as well, but it will cool down the next couple of days, and by the weekend we'll get some low clouds and maybe even a little bit of drizzle. And it'll be cool, only in the low 60s. So a lot of change coming this week, from 98 high today to 60s high over the weekend. Well, I wanted to talk to you about a lot of things going on, but let's do a few one-liners first. Now that I'm older, here's what I've discovered. I started out with nothing, and I still have most of it. When did my wild oats turn to prunes and all bran? I finally got my head together, but now my body's falling apart. Whew. Funny, I don't remember being absent-minded. All the reports are in. Life is officially unfair. Now, we know that's different than that, but anyway, that was a line. It's not the pace of life that concerns me. It's the sudden stop at the end. You know, it's hard to make a comeback, especially when you haven't been anywhere. You know what? If God wanted me to touch my toes, he would have put them on my knees. What do you think about that? Well, I want to talk to you about Hebrews 12, verses 1 to 3. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race that's marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Those are great words. In Hebrews 12, the great cloud of witnesses is composed of people described in chapter 11. People like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Moses, Rahab, Samson, David, Samuel, and many others who through faith conquering kingdoms, administered justice, and gained what was promised. Their faithfulness should be a constant encouragement to us. We do not struggle alone in this world, and Hebrews 11 and 12 shows us that we're not the first to struggle with these problems that we face. Others have run the race, and they have won. We're running the race, and it's marked out for us, so says Hebrews 12. God is with us during this time. It sometimes feels like a sprint, but remember, it's a marathon. Others have run the race, and they are inspiration to us to continue to run and win the race. I've been asked several times by people, why am I still here? If you're asking that question, I remind you that you're still in the race. God has something for you to do. You can pray for others. You can call someone. If you can take someone out for coffee or tea, or have them over to your house for coffee and tea, just to talk, you don't have to prepare anything. We should be running the race for Christ, not ourselves, and we must always keep him in sight. When we face hardships and discouragement, and we will, it's easy to lose sight of the big picture, isn't it? We sometimes look inward and focus in on ourselves and worry about what we're going through. And you may be going through a lot right now, but we're not alone. There is help. Many have already made it through life, enduring far more difficult circumstances than we might be experiencing. Remember, we're running the race that's laid out for us. We are on the training field of life, and our ultimate goal is heaven. Paul says in Philippians 3:13-15, "Brothers, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do, forgetting what's behind, straining towards what's ahead, I press on to the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Jesus Christ." All of us who are mature should take such a view of things. That's what Paul says to the Philippians. And if at some point you think differently, that too God will make clear to you. So Paul uses athletic terms to talk about straining towards what's ahead and persevering. He is not looking back, but ahead, looking forward to what God wants him to become. Paul said his goal is to know Christ and to be all that Christ has in mind for him. This goal absorbs all Paul's energy. This is a great point for us. We should not let anything take our eyes off our goal of knowing Jesus Christ. One more verse, Hebrews 12:7. "Endure hardships as discipline. God is treating you as his children. For what child is not disciplined by his father? It is never pleasant to be corrected and disciplined by God, but his discipline is a sign of his deep love for us." So when he corrects you, all you have to do is ask God what he's trying to teach you, and remember, he's with you all the way. You may lose sight of that, but he's there with you, right by your side. So keep your daily life in perspective. Our goal is heaven and to be with Jesus Christ. Information. We have a deadline of October 24th for our trip to Mount Hermon on December 2nd. We still have tickets, but with the 2 people who indicated they would sign up this weekend for the bus, Fred tells me the bus is full. You can be on a waiting list if you want, or you can still get tickets and drive yourself if you'd like to. But everything closes on the 24th. Services this Sunday are at 9 and 10:30 a.m. at Main Street, at 10 a.m. at our Marina campus, with a traditional service at the Padre campus at 10:30 a.m. and an evening service at 6:30 p.m. I pray you're staying safe and cool. It will cool down. God bless you. Have a great day.